Why do so many people like working at the Southeast Missouri Mental Health Center?
The pay is awesome. What we do for our clients is awesome. The coworkers that we have, the staff, everybody is just, they're all welcoming.
I feel very supported. It's a great network of people that we have working here. We really work together, I think, to try to improve the lives of those that we serve.
The insurance is phenomenal. The cost is minimal. They're good to us, and the benefits are so great, you can't beat it.
Apply today.
When comfort matters, count on Capias Heating and Cooling. Proudly serving St. Francis and surrounding counties, they are your local Bryant Factory authorized dealer, delivering top quality heating and cooling solutions for your home or business. Founded in 2004 by Chuck Capias, a family-owned and operated company that you can trust. Visit CapiasHeatingandCooling.com today. Capias Heating and Cooling in Farmington, 756-1224.
Looking for your next car, truck, van, or SUV? Point to Pettis. At Pettis Automotive, service, affordability, and selection are more than just words. They're the foundation of everything they do. You'll see the selection when you drive by any of their 3 locations. You'll feel the affordability when you talk to their experienced sales team. And you'll love service every time you come in for maintenance. New or pre-owned, from Farmington to Fredericktown to DeSoto, point to Pettis. Visit pettisauto.com. Point to Pettis.
Do you often ask others to repeat themselves? Is the TV volume creeping up higher? Hi, I'm Dr. Karen Melton, and it could be time to have your hearing checked. Hearing loss happens gradually, making it hard to notice. At Hearing Care Partners, we offer thorough hearing evaluations that uncover even subtle changes in your hearing over time. Early detection can improve your hearing and your life. Start prioritizing your hearing today. Schedule your appointment now at hearingcarepartners.com. At Hearing Care Partners, we listen so you can hear.
Since 1941, Busenbark Flooring has been Southeast Missouri's trusted name in flooring. This family-owned business features top-quality carpet, tile, and hardwood, along with countertops, kitchens, and bathrooms, all with expert installation. Need to haul it? Busenbark Trailer Sales has you covered. Come see the large selection of dump trailers, equipment haulers, goosenecks, livestock trailers, and more. Visit busenbarkflooring.com and busenbarktrailersales.com, or stop by and see everything at the Fairgrounds exit on Highway 67.
Life can feel like an uphill climb, but no one has to face it alone. Everest Counseling, based in Farmington, has been empowering individuals and families for over 20 years, offering support through life's toughest challenges. Specializing in at-risk youth and serving rural communities, the experienced and compassionate team provides the guidance and the tools necessary to thrive. Whether you're dealing with stress, anxiety, trauma, family conflicts, or just need someone to talk to, Everest Counseling provides personalized services to meet your needs. Contact Everest Counseling today at 573-330-4452.
Well, as the leaves of October have begun to fall, area high school football teams have only a few weeks left to raise their fortunes before the postseason begins and district play starts up. It's the Parkland Podcast and Parkland Sports Live for Week 7 of the high school football season. We welcome you to Windsor tonight, where the North County Raiders, 1-5, will battle against the Owls at 3-3. I'm Chad Speaker. Bob Stolzer beside me. The Hall of Fame coach, our man on the field, will be Mike Reeves as usual. And, Coach, we've got a couple of teams in this matchup that played a great ball game last year. In fact, it was a 14-13, or rather it was a 14-12 decision last year, and it came down to an extra point try with about 10 seconds left that North County was just able to keep Windsor out of the end zone. Windsor feels like they've taken a step forward, though, this year, and they've got a lethal running attack.
Yeah, they've had some good games. Their running game is very sound. I talked to Coach Jones before the ball game, and I asked him, I was real unfamiliar with Windsor. I said, what's their strength? And he said, probably their running game. And you and I talked earlier about they've got one running back who's put up some fine yards, and they got another guy breathing down his throat as well. So, that's going to be the big task online tonight for North County, is to be able to stop Windsor's running game. And of course, North County's going to need to put together some drives, some consistent drives, instead of running a couple of good plays here and then moving backwards, as we talked about. So I think it ought to be a good ball game tonight. I think both of these teams are kind of neck and neck, and anytime you get two teams evenly matched, whoever comes out on top is probably going to be the one who makes the least amount of mistakes.
Yeah.
So.
And for North County, that's really what set them back, because they're a team that's been able to move the ball, Coach, during the year, but it's been a first down turnover, or maybe a first down, and then loss of yards. North County's been able to move the ball on people, but they've had really a hard time sustaining multiple drives.
Yeah, I remember the first game of the year against Farmington. They moved the ball up and down the field at times, and then fumbled it away or threw a pick or whatever. And turnovers will get your Daubers down in a hurry for the youngsters playing on the field. But again, those are mistakes, and even teams who are neck and neck, you make those. It's up to the other team. If they can capitalize on those mistakes, they're more than likely going to come out on top.
Lee Freeman has not only had a good, solid rushing attacks, but he's had multiple guys that have done the job, whether it's his time at Hillsboro or here at Windsor. And we'll get into some of the numbers coming up. But, Coach, I talked to Coach Freeman this week, and I asked him, I said, what are the building blocks of a great running attack? What do you have to really start with? And he didn't say, hey, you have to have a great back, or you have to have speed, or you have to have this. He said, you have to have linemen that can work together, that are athletic and strong. He said, we'll give up size for smart, speedy, athletic linemen.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. As long as the many years I've coached, starting out in the freshman level, if you've got a good running back, he's going to be able to get a lot of yards on his own, simply because the kids really haven't matured yet. Then you get the JV ball, your line starts playing into a little bit more. But by the time you get to varsity, if you don't have a good front to block for a running back, he's not going to gain many yards. I remember one year my coaching, we had a great line. All five of the kids up front could bench over 300. They were athletic, pretty well athletic, but they did such a great job. And running back we had that year was a decent running back, but he rushed for well over 1,000 yards. And with the line we had, Chad, you and I might have been able to pick up a couple of yards behind those guys. But, that's a secret. You get into varsity football, your lines have got to be good. Your offensive line have got to be good. They've got to be a little athletic and do the things you ask them to do. I mean, nowadays it's not just bull on bull up front. Who's got the biggest bull is going to get the job done. There's just a lot of finesse blocking involved. A lot of misdirection stuff, and like you said, it's nice if you've got the size, but when you don't have the size, if your kids are athletic, you can give them angles, blocking angles, and they can get these things done, or teach them fundamentals, and they can get the job done. So again, it's going to be interesting tonight. The good running backs that Windsor does have, looked at their starters, and they've got some young kids up front.
National anthem upcoming here at the field at Windsor High School. We'll break down more of the matchups, take a look at the numbers, and check in with Mike Reeves on the field as we continue with your pregame show, sponsored by Knuckleball Primetime. And we'll do that coming up after this break on Parkland Sports Live.
Why do so many people like working at the Southeast Missouri Mental Health Center?
The pay is awesome. What we do for our clients is awesome. The coworkers that we have, the staff, everybody is just, they're all welcoming.
I feel very supported. It's a great network of people that we have working here. We really work together, I think, to try to improve the lives of those that we serve.
The insurance is phenomenal. The cost is minimal. They're good to us. And the benefits are so great, you can't beat it.
Apply today.
Our pregame show here on Parkland Sports Live, brought to you by Knuckleball Primetime, the Barn Media Group and Podcast Network, your one-stop destination for all things independent. Dirty Right Rear Podcast, Knuckleball Primetime, the Tippy Joe Show, Vulgar Display of Podcast, Midwest Mixtapes, Bible Time in the Barn, and more. Something for everyone. You can follow the Barn on all the socials. Find the latest episode of your favorite show wherever you get your podcasts. Our man on the field is Mike Reeves tonight. Another beautiful night for football.
Guys, it's almost remarkable that you reach this time of the football season, get into the second week of October, and you still have plaguing conditions and weather conditions like we have here. This is almost unheard of, and we haven't dealt with it all year. Chad, I know on the way up you said you're going to bring in a hurricane next week by saying it, but we've had such good weather for the football season. Guys, I don't know how you get much better than tonight. It's right around 70 degrees. There's no wind to speak of whatsoever. It's comfortable. It's good football weather. I hope that we can continue for 2 more weeks of something similar to this. I have not stood in a rainstorm like I did last year, so let's hope. I mean, whatever happens to these two teams tonight, guys, the reason they win, lose, or whatever is not going to be weather related. That's all going to happen on the field. Weather will not impact this thing tonight. It's gorgeous down here. Looking forward to a great call, guys.
Conditions will not be a factor, but I'll tell you what, Logan Wilson might be a factor, and he has a chance to maybe eclipse 1,000 yards for the season tonight. If he has an average game tonight, Logan Wilson will be at about 995 yards tonight. He comes into the ball game with 844 yards. He averages just under 141 per ball game and 7.7 per carry. I asked Lee Freeman, I said, what's the difference between Logan from last year and this year? And he said, quite honestly, it's experience. He says he's just about the same athlete that he was last year, but it's experience, it's knowledge of reading those blocks, of getting the hole, things like that. And Logan Wilson has put together really a remarkable season this year as a senior. Top 200 yards against Clayton, went for 191 against Affton, and against Herculaneum ran for 173. So he's a very good running back, but they actually do split the carries as well. You've got a guy like Jack Kuda, who's topped 600 yards already with 8.4 yards a carry. Tristan Cotton at 6.1 per carry. And I don't know if there's a better named football player that we've seen all year. Jet Black is their quarterback. I love that name. And he runs for 7.2 yards a carry. So the common denominator, Coach, when everybody's getting high yards per carry, usually is that offensive line once again.
Yes, it is. Just what you mentioned about Logan Wilson, difference between last year and this year. I tell you, in high school, these kids, a year makes a big difference. And just for the maturity factor, as well as with the experience they gain, a lot of times when a kid gets to, goes from a junior year to a senior year, he kind of realizes, hey, this is going to be it, man. I'm the senior leader now. This is my year, and they step it up several notches a lot of times, and obviously he's done that this year in the year he's having so far.
North County has a little more balance than Windsor does. Windsor only runs for about 30 yards per ball game, but they rush for 370. North County will split it up. They rush for 152 a ball game. They pass for right about 100, and Brady McClure is a guy that can do both of those things. He's a good runner. He's tough. He's fast, and he can throw the ball around a little bit. And he's got a really nice target. Maybe a little bit of a surprise this year. A pleasant surprise has been Brady Duncan. Brady Duncan leads the team in receiving, and he's topped 100 yards a couple of times already this year. He went for 139 in that first game that we saw against Farmington. He caught 2 balls for 111 against Hillsborough. And the first play last week against Festus, he went 60 yards for a score and topped 100 once again. So Brady Duncan's been a very nice target. And you've got Noah Lashley, who I think runs the ball really tough in the backfield for North County. So for North County, I think they're striving for maybe a little bit more balance.
Yeah, a lot of balance. And when a team's balanced offensively like that, you got to play them honest. I don't know. I didn't ask Coach Jones tonight what his game plan was, but obviously if Windsor's strength is their running game, you're probably going to put another 1 or 2 people in the box. So, and force them to try and pass, whereas North County, who's balanced, you've got to play them honestly, and you might be able to stop one aspect of their game, but you're opening up something else there. But it's going to be an interesting ball game tonight. I've been really looking forward to this one.
Coach Jones says Windsor doesn't pass often, but what they'll try to do is exactly what you said, Coach. They'll lure another guy into the box, maybe 2, and then instead of trying to pass for first downs, they'll try to hit you with a big one.
Yeah, run a play-action pass, especially if you run the ball as well as they do. Play-action passes are usually very effective against them like that. And if their secondary keeps creeping up to try and help stop the run, suddenly they're going to fake a running play and pull it out and hit somebody who might be wide open. So it's going to be a real interesting thing to see how this game progresses on tonight.
Windsor's been 3 up and 3 down this year. A couple of victories to start the season, 36-28 over Herculaneum, then that 36-6 victory over Affton. Stubbed their toe at Festus, but Festus is a good ball club, 56-14 there. They scored 66 points on Clayton, beat them 66-26, but they're coming off a pair of losses. DeSoto, we know, is an improving ball club. They beat Windsor 41-14, and then the setback against Hillsborough, 41-12. For North County, they've played some good, tough ball games, but they've only won one of them, and that was against DeSoto, 14-13. They've lost 3 in a row coming in here against Hillsborough, Rolla, and Festus. The captains are on the field right now going through the coin toss. Windsor is in their brown uniforms. North County will be in their road white uniforms. And Coach, nowadays, everybody defers to the second half.
Well,
it seemed like in the olden days, you used to want to receive it.
And, a lot of times teams will. I mean, it just depends on, do you want to get the ball and try and get things going underway? But a lot of teams will defer for the simple fact, if they want to get things going and have the ball come out at halftime, especially if you've got to make any adjustments to what the other team has been doing. So this might be one tonight. Whoever wins the toss, they might want to get their hands on a football game and establish something early. So, again, there's several things that are going to be interesting to see how this game unfolds tonight.
You can watch Parkland Sports live during the football season at Hub's Pub in Bonne Terre. It's the Hub's Pub Football Watch Party. They've got Parkland Sports live on there. Of course, you can get all your favorite drinks and food as well. And did you see the outcome of that coin toss?
I saw the outcome of the coin toss, and I was wrong. Windsor won the coin toss. They elected to defer, and, of course, North County will have their option. And, of course, they're going to receive the ball. And North County will be going from our right to our left, and Windsor the opposite way. So North County is going to have the first crack offensively to see what they can get going.
The tip of our cap to our staff here, engineer Jacob Towers does such an awesome job every single week for us. And then Wyatt Colley is our man behind the lens, taking the video for you guys. So we appreciate their work each and every week as well here on Parkland Sports Live. Now, we've had a little adjustment to our schedule. I know we've announced our schedule to you on a week-by-week basis, and we had originally planned on covering Farmington at Festus next week, but the Festus facilities, we have been told, are full, and so we will not do that one. We will rather go to Central, and we'll have Dexter at Central next week. And then in week number 9, the final week of the regular season, we'll have 2 games for you. Thursday night special, Sullivan at North County, and then a good St. Francis County ball game, Central at Farmington in week number 9 to wrap up the regular season. North County back to receive this kickoff. It'll be Brady Duncan as the deep man for North County, and Windsor to boot this thing away. Mike Reeves, our man on the field. And this could be a big one in terms of district seeding, Coach. You've got Festus pretty squarely on top, Hillsville, Perryville, DeSoto, but then you've got Windsor Sykeston, and then North County. If North County can defeat Windsor, that might give them a chance to move up in that district standing.
Yeah, especially since North County beat DeSoto, who's ahead of them right now as well.
So Windsor getting ready to boot this thing away. It's Timmy McMahon. And he's got Brady Duncan deep. McMahon swings the right leg and sends this to the up man. A short one, and that's Noah Lashley. He plunges out across the 40-yard line to the 41, and that's where North County will start their first drive. We'll go through the Capias Heating and Cooling starting lineups for you. Capias Heating and Cooling, proudly serving St. Francis and surrounding counties. Founded in 2004 by Chuck Capias, his wife Chris, sons Chuck, Eric, and Brian, daughter Amy, a family-owned and operated company you can trust to provide you with the best possible sales and service experience. They stand behind their work, committed to being here for generations to come. Capias Heating and Cooling. We'll head through those starting lineups as we get underway. It's Brady McClure to ignite this North County offense with a 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. They give us to Noah Lashley on the first carry. Lashley is captured at the line of scrimmage, but he does manage to plow his way ahead for a couple of yards. And let's go through those starters now. McClure, the quarterback. Lashley, the running back. You've got the center, Colton Bullock. He's flanked by Sam Love and Thad Kay at the guard positions. McKinley Lynn and Logan McCarty at the tackle spots. Jackson Scherfus, Brady Duncan are the wideouts, along with, we'll see Cole Mullins out there from time to time as well. So a gain of just a pair for Lashley, and a 2nd and 8 for North County. Trips to the left side, including Strawn, Duncan, and Scherfus, and one man wide to the right side as well. And that'll be Jamal Robinson. Motion man Lashley, they'll flood the left side. Lashley gets it on the little flat route, tries to pick up a block, and gets out there, and he gains 3 yards, bringing up a 3rd and manageable, Coach.
Yes. Nickel and dime, that's what it takes if they can pick up their first down here.
Pretty good blocking right there. Let's meet the defense. Chase Walker and Jaden Grindell are the defensive ends. Brandon Mahone is the tackle. Ethan Cobb, Logan Wilson, middle linebackers, flanked by Brian Schenk and Charlie Gabriel. J.J. Johnson and Kyle Haneke are the corners, and the safeties are Jet Black and Carter Jeems. Trips to the right side, one man off to the left. Strawn out on an island to the left side. McClure, he can run the ball from that quarterback spot, and that's what he'll do right here as he gets the first down and pushes down to the Windsor 46-yard line and a gain of 7 yards.
Brady McClure and the keeper.
I've always thought McClure has some pretty good quickness, Coach. And, he's got a little bit of power to go along with it,
they ran a real option play there to the left side, and he tucked it right away. He saw a little seam there and tucked it up, and he picked up, like you said, 7 yards for that first down.
So move the sticks for the North County Raiders. Trips to the right, one man to the left. Lashley, the single setback, just off of the right hip of his quarterback, McClure. 1st and 10 for North County at the Windsor 45. McClure tries to take it around that right side, tries to pick up a block. He's going to lose a yard. Nice work by that Windsor defense to string it out, Coach. North County tried to work for that wide side of the field, but Windsor ran with them well.
Really couldn't tell if he was looking downfield to throw the ball or he was trying to get to the corner and turn it up.
10:31 remaining in our first quarter. No score as of yet. North County with its first possession of the ball game here. 2 wide receivers to each side. And Lashley, a single setback beside McClure, the quarterback. McClure back in the pocket this time. He's under heavy pressure. Throws it out as he's going down, and the pass goes incomplete as McClure gets dumped on his seat by Chase Walker, who has the pressure right there. Walker, Grindell, Brandon Mahone. The defensive line right there, collapsing that pocket quickly. Good coverage downfield. Brings up a 3rd and 11 for North County. Trips to the left side here, Scherfus, Duncan, and Strawn over on the left side. Robinson over on the right side now. McClure rolls the pocket to the left side. Fires downfield on the out route to Jackson Scherfus. Completes it inside the 35-yard line. They needed 11, and they picked up 13. On target passing by Brady McClure right there. And Scherfus did a nice job of running that route, getting behind kind of that first line of coverage and in front of that second line of coverage. Weston Weibel checking in as a fullback here. So you'll have an I formation of the backfield for North County for the first time. McClure comes under center. 2 wides to the right, 1 to the left. Weibel in front of the big running back Lashley. Lashley gets it, attacks over that right guard, nudges his way forward, but can only pick up a few. A gain of a pair that time for Lashley. And there's Brandon Mahone getting off the bottom of that pile. 6'2", 270-pound junior.
Windsor brought their middle linebacker that time, along with their 3 down people, doing a little stunning up front.
Wilson and Cobb, the middle linebacking pair right there. Wilson, one of the big hitters on this ball club. I formation once again. Weibel in front of Lashley. McClure down under center. 2 wides to each side. McClure wants to pass it. He's back in the pocket, looking. Nobody open. Rolls to his right. Resets his feet. Fires down the middle and completes it to Robinson. Robinson in traffic just across the 10-yard line down to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 14 yards to Robinson. And a great example that time, Coach, I think of McClure showing us his myriad of skills, buying time with his feet, surveying the coverage, and then firing it down the middle.
Yeah, he did well to avoid traffic coming up through the gut there after him, but kept his eyes downfield, was able to find open receiver and get it to him.
Ball right on the 10-yard line for North County, so won't be able to get a first down before they score, but they're going to just try to score it. This is Lashley attacking the middle. He is met in the hole and thumped by Logan Wilson. Wilson, the running back for Windsor, also the middle linebacker, and brought the pads that time, stopping Lashley for no gain.
So far, Windsor is slamming the door in the face of any running attempt that North County's throwing at him, but North County's passing game is working pretty well, so kind of looked North County to go back to the air here, too, in the second down.
3 completions on 4 tries for McClure, and done a nice job extending the plays. Twins to the right, Scherfus and Duncan. 1 wide to the left side. That's Strawn. I formation in the backfield once again. Weibel in front of Lashley. McClure, bootleg, fires to the end zone. Ball up in the air and nearly caught and nearly picked off and then falls down to the ground. Whew, he threw it in some traffic that time. A lot of different things could have happened.
Well, then you bleed in the end zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Here's a look at that play, Coach.
Little bootleg, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Time with his feet and fires it into the end zone for a touchdown to Jackson Scherfus from 10 yards out, and North County's on top, 6-0. It comes at the 7:47 mark of the first quarter. 40 yards passing for Brady McClure on that drive. Every pass he completed came from him extending the plays with his feet. Cole Mullins on for the extra point. Snap is there. Hold is true. And the kick is up and through. 7:47 remaining here in the first quarter. 7-0 North County. They take their first drive down the field and put it in the end zone. We're back with more after this on Parkland Sports Live. Here's a look at that. Touchdown by North County as McClure rolls it and fires it into the end zone to Jackson Scherfus for the score. Boy, I've been impressed with Brady McClure, Coach, using his feet.
He's done a great job.
And then his arm, yeah.
They brought their middle linebacker that time, and he sidestepped him and rolled out to the left, and he kept looking downfield and avoiding traffic as well. And you know, a well executed drive. I think at about 59 yards they went 11 plays to score, and good ball control. Didn't have a lot of success running the ball, so they went through the air. So it's going to be Windsor's turn on offense now and see what they can do.
Let's go down to the field with Mike Reeves.
Because what impressed me most about that drive, I love the way you get the quarterback out of the pocket, let him roll. He bought time on 2 or 3 different occasions. I love the methodical nature as well of that drive. I like the way they took their time. I was very impressed.
Cole Mullins punches it down to the 10-yard line on a rolling kickoff. Made it difficult to return right there. But true hands by Brandon Reno before he's tackled. It's a holding penalty against Windsor, so a modest return will set them back even further. North County's defense. First look at the Windsor offense led by their running back, Logan Wilson. We'll have our Capias Heating and Cooling starting lineups on this side of the ball as well. Love this name, Jet Black, the quarterback for Windsor. Just a sophomore. He's a speedy guy. He's a great athlete. He's a great baseball player. And Coach Lee Freeman said he's a developing passer. So they like him in the position. They love what they think he can become. He's got some great running backs with him, though.
There's nothing like having a sophomore starter that you're going to have a couple years afterwards. And if he's improving game by game.
Windsor giving it off to their main power horse, Logan Wilson. He gets that first carry right up the gut, and a good run for him of 7 yards. Logan showing us some good power. The Capias Heating and Cooling starters, Jet Black, the quarterback, Logan Wilson, the running back, centers, Jaden Grindell, and he's flanked by guards Jackson Turner and Tommy Broderick. The tackles are Brandon Mahone and Jack Seriati. Kyle Henneke is a wide receiver, Charlie Gabriel, the starting tight end. They'll go with a crossbuck this time. Fake it on the counter play to the right side. And then Tristan Cotton gets it from the other wingback spot, coming back to the left side. They needed 3 yards for the first down, and they were able to pick up 4.
First down.
So Cotton's first carry goes for 4. And Windsor, well, they like that offensive line. They like those running backs. And it's exactly what we see here early on.
North County's playing him a 4-man front right now, and be interesting to see if Windsor continues to run on them if they bring somebody else in the box.
Black comes down under center. A go-off tackle this time at the moment. North County defense meets Logan Wilson in the hole and stops him for no gain. Good job by the North County defense, and let's go ahead and meet the starters there. Weston Weibel plays a defensive tackle position. Logan McCarty, McKinley Lynn are the defensive ends. The other tackle, Ryder McDowell. Noah Lashley in the middle of that defense is a linebacker. Jesse Johnson, Jackson Scherfus are the outside backers. Ian Marler and Cole Mullins, the starting corners, and Jamal Robinson back in the lineup after being injured for a few weeks. Back there, Brady Duncan is a safety as well. So they do give Logan Wilson a yard that time, and this time McKinley Lynn jumps off sides. He smacks himself on the helmet, and this could give Windsor a free 5 yards, but McKinley said he was enticed. So even though McKinley Lynn smacked himself on the helmet, it was actually Windsor that jumped first. You could see both of them kind of move, and fortunately for McKinley Lynn, it was Windsor that drew him off. 2nd and 13. Kyle Henneke, a wide receiver to the left side. You've got Charlie Gabriel as the tight end right there. And Windsor takes it straight up the gut with Logan Wilson once again. And the offensive line just displacing North County that time on a gain of 6.
Boy, they flat got off the ball that time. Just a straight dive ahead and boom. They were 6 yards up the field before anybody got a hand on him, I think.
Black goes to the sideline, trots back out with the play. It's a 3rd and 7 for Windsor. They work from their own 22. They'll send 2 wide receivers off to the left side. Reno along with Henneke here. Black doesn't pass much. Let's see what they'll run. Black runs the keeper, and he is thumped down in the backfield. That's middle linebacker Noah Lashley, who read it well and got into the backfield to send down Black for a loss. Loss of a yard for Jet Black on a 3rd and 7. And it appears the North County defense has held. Jet Black, the punter for this team as well. So he'll be sending this one away. Noah Lashley is the return man. The snap is high, and Black does a tremendous job to jump up and grab it. It's a very good punt. Bouncing at the 46-yard line of North County and rolling to the 44. So North County not only scores first, but they've got some nice field position to start their second drive as well.
Again, they started on their own 41 last time. Now they're up to the 44 in this one.
We'd like to thank some of our sponsors for allowing us to bring you high school football around the area. They include Busenbark Flooring and Trailer Sales, Hearing Care Partners, Everest Counseling, and Nuvo Athletic. We'll have your Southeast Missouri Mental Health Center halftime show as we go down to the field with Mike Reeves.
How happy do you think the Raiders are defensively, guys, to be getting that push up front that they're getting? I mean, terrific job the entire sequence. I liked what they were doing there. I think the start to this game for the Raiders couldn't have drawn it up much better than what they've done here in this first 8 minutes or so of this game.
Got that right. Weibel in front of Lashley in that I formation once again. McClure gets the snap, hands it off to Lashley. Lashley gets a little bit of a seam and pushes it up ahead for 4 yards. 4 carries for Lashley. He's got 8 yards rushing. Now, Lashley's a big dude. Noah Lashley, 5'10". He goes over 220, but he got kind of small to get through that hole that time.
Just ran a little ISO to the left side there, and North County's offensive line got off the ball real well that time as well.
He did. Twins to the left. Tight end, man off to the right side. That's Robinson. I formation again. Weibel's the fullback. McClure down under center. Barks out the long count. Keeps it. Pulls it out of the belly. McClure diving up ahead. Crosses midfield. A good gain for him of 9 yards for Brady McClure. 3 carries for McClure, 15 yards rushing. You know, North County, coach, has not in any game been held under 100 yards rushing as a team, but yet in no game do they have a 100-yard rusher. McClure actually has the most yards rushing in a single game. He's rushed for 79 yards twice.
Well, he's on pace right now to pick up some fine yards this game.
Yeah, he is. 1st and 10 for North County, and they work from the 42 of Windsor. Pitch it over to the right side of Lashley. Lashley builds up a head of steam and plows down across the 35-yard line to the 32. Good gain for Lashley of 7.
2nd down and short.
So Lashley with 5 carries. He's got 16 yards rushing. And North County trying to push this ball down the field and go up 2 scores here early on. 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the first quarter and a 7-0 lead for the Raiders. Raiders coming in at 1-5. Windsor 3-3. North County knocked them off at home last year 14-12 when they were able to thwart a 2-point conversion attempt with 10 seconds left. Weibel gets his first carry, and Weibel is carrying would-be tacklers with him across the 30-yard line on a gain of 6 yards.
Just a straight dive to the right side that time, and North County's just kind of pick and choosing where they want to run the ball, and they're having very good success in doing so. They're now, not just getting 1 or 2 here. They're picking up 6, 7, 8 yards at a pop.
Weibel is a guy that was injured early on in the season. He's now played in his 5th game, but he's been a nice impact guy for this North County team. McClure down under center on a 1st and 10 just inside of the 30-yard line. It's Lashley again, puts his head down. He's looking for the 20-yard line, and he might have it on a gain of nearly 10 for Noah Lashley, and this North County offense is building up some steam here.
Another ISO play out of that I formation. They just run at that little bubble between the nose tackle and the defensive end, and ISO and one linebackers there, and they got 4-on-4.
2nd and a yard for North County, just outside of the 20-yard line. McClure down under center. Weibel and Lashley, the I formation in the backfield. McClure crouches low. It's a delayed pitch to Lashley. He's cut off on the outside, turns it back to the inside, and just carries Owls with him on a gain of 4 yards.
Just a little sweep that time to the right side.
Move the sticks again.
North County's keeping the ball on the ground this whole series of plays so far.
We're under a minute to go in the first quarter, Coach. This one's going quick. 1st and 10 at the 17 for North County. North County's not had to put the ball in peril yet in this drive with a solid running game. Lashley again, straight lead place, tripped up just inside of the 15.
Tried a little ISO to the right side that time, and somebody got him down around the ankles, and not much of a gain there.
I wouldn't try to tackle the guy any other way. He is a big, strong
Yes,
dude.
he is.
Here's the 2nd and 7. Line of scrimmage for North County, the 13-yard line. Brady Duncan swings his slot position over to the right side. You've got 2 wides to the right, 1 to the left and Strawn. McClure watching the clock count down, and we've come to the end of the first quarter of play. North County will take a 7-0 lead into the second frame. We're here at Windsor tonight on Parkland Sports Live, and we're back after this. North County leading 7-0 as we come back for the second quarter of play on Parkland Sports Live. North County has gotten the better of the action so far, Mike Reeves.
Gentlemen, I know due to a technical glitch, not a technical glitch, an idiot sideline reporter forgot his earbuds. I can't converse with you guys as much tonight. How impressive was that quarter, though? I mean, everything you want to do, North County just did it. Guys, there's so many different ways to play the sport of football. You can throw it all over the place and have the razzle-dazzle of 70-yard passes, but you can also line up and just go at a team and then pass when it's available to you, and then defensively make it hard on them. What a good quarter that was. Now, can they cap that by coming down here and getting something done? The Windsor defense is obviously looking at the other side of that. We got to get a stop right here. You don't want to be behind 2 scores against a team that's running it the way the Raiders are.
Well, Coach Stolzer, no penalties, no turnovers,
No.
right?
1 penalty. Windsor shot themselves in the foot in that illegal procedure, moved the ball back and forced them to punt. Anyhow, and then North County took over and went, instead of passing like they did the first series, to the run. So
2nd and 7 for North County. They've got at the 13-yard line of Windsor, trying to go up 2 scores here in the first half of this one. Brady McClure, quarterback, takes it down under center. And a new running back out there for North County is Chase Ziegler. McClure rolling to his left side, tosses it toward the end zone. Strawn goes high, and I think he tapped his toe, and he did! Touchdown, North County! A 13-yard touchdown pass, McClure to Strawn, and the Raiders punch it into the end zone on the first play of the second quarter and lead 13-zip at the 11:52 mark of the second quarter of play.
that the running game that they established set them up for a little play action. They faked the ISO and ran a couple guys. In fact, those 2 guys are pretty close in the end zone there, but great catch in the end zone.
The last 2 passes that Brady McClure has attempted have both gone for touchdowns. Extra point this time by Mullins is up and through, and it's a 14-zip lead here for North County. 11:52 remaining here in the first half of play. We're back to Windsor on the other side of this timeout on Parkland Sports Live.
Since 1941, Busenbark Flooring has been Southeast Missouri's trusted name in flooring. This family-owned business features top-quality carpet, tile, and hardwood, along with countertops, kitchens, and bathrooms, all with expert installation. Need to haul it? Busenbark Trailer Sales has you covered. Come see the large selection of dump trailers, equipment haulers, goosenecks, livestock trailers, and more. Visit busenbarkflooring.com and busenbarktrailersales.com, or stop by and see everything at the Fairgrounds exit on Highway 67.